Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do if it doesn't resonate with you. If you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So, channel members, you will have a collective message post today. I had all kinds of problems and I had to change my deck because there's way too much nudity for YouTube to allow me to use the deck that I was using, and I only realized that once I uploaded it and almost made it available to you guys. So yeah, definitely check that out. And it's with my puppies. The puppies picked your cards this time. I let them do that sometimes for me when I'm reading for myself in situations. And if you don't do that with your pets, do it. Pets really like tarot cards. It's very interesting. I'm very good at it. Let's see. Over on the other channel, I'll have a link down in the description box. We recently posted a subliminal for the throat chakra. So if you're focused on communication, expression, clearing the witch wound, being heard, this is going to be very beneficial for you. Some of you, you might find that you have a easier time with stopping smoking if you pair that with the throat chakra one. So, okay, let's see. Okay, there's some big birds circling around, so this is going to be a bigger energy. All right. Getting ready, getting ready. All right, gotta loose up the joints for this one. Taking a step aside. And allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay. Oof. That's funny. So there's like this, okay, so they're just shooting a bunch of symbols at me right away. If you're new to my channel, the symbols don't mean the reading is or isn't yours. It means for those of you who resonate with these symbols, you're going to want to pay extra attention. I'm seeing basically like the tent at a circus, like the big top, right? I don't know if it's actually a circus or if it belongs to like a carousel, because now I'm seeing horses, and horses are really important right now, particularly carousel horses or horses that already have saddles. Something about a saddle is important. There's goldfish. I don't know if it's a goldfish or if it's koi. It's something about those, some kind of orange fish. That's going to be a symbol that keeps repeating for somebody at this time. Okay, I'm seeing checkerboard. Oh no, they're correcting. Oh, it's just that checker pattern, like a chessboard or a checkerboard. There's also I can't tell. It keeps flipping on me. Maybe that's the important thing, is that it's flipping. It's like a black Victorian style carriage, and then it flips into like a black Ford. The black Ford has rust on it. Okay. There's a new pendulum that somebody recently got. Okay, so it's specifically an amethyst pendulum. Okay, and that's it. All right. Oh, a pine cone. A pine cone. It almost looks like either yellower on the tips of the little thingamajiggers, or it's like a gold tipped somehow. I don't know. There's like something different about this pine cone, the coloring on the pine cone. Okay. All right. So something, they bring me back to the idea of the circus. The circus. Where, oh, wow. Where the circus begins. It's all an act where the circus begins. And then that's something about the ringmaster. Oh. The ringmaster of the circus makes everything perform. Oh. And I'm not gonna lie, that has always made me think of the circus when I see that one. And it's kind of like that, right? Where all the little strings come out and it's making everything perform. Oh, this is like a, oh, whoa. Okay. There is the ringmaster belief that's somebody's like hunting down. This is the code that codes all codes inside of our life. There's like this slow peeling back of layers that somebody has done over time. Oh yeah, I'm seeing like Knight of Pentacles all over this. And with this slow process, it has been this gradual gaining of wisdom, of insights, of inspirations, very heavy emphasis on heart-related themes. And then if you look at this, because her hair is green, that's why I'm saying that, heart-related themes, and then that magenta, which I'm going to say, like, there's some serious stuff happening in the collective right now in terms of personal healing and personal growth. There's a lot of shadow work being done. There's a lot of looking back into the past. And even if you're the type of person you've already been doing that, it's like reaching a new level and a new devil. But whatever layer we're reaching, we're getting to the source of things, hence the ring master, right? With this magenta color, that color's come up with several people that I've had communications with this week. That is representative of a center that's at the base of the skull. And what it represents is our authenticity. It represents our eccentricity as people, right? Because when we're authentic and we're really acting in our own sort of power, we do find that we're actually eccentric people. And, to varying degrees. Some of us are super out there, that's okay. And some of us not so much, that's okay too. Vanilla, I'm just joking. But one of the things that is happening in this peeling back the layers of authenticity is that there's a lot of wisdom that's being gained in that space. For some of you, owls are really important as well. I do have to say that because I'm seeing the owl on the card, and I'm seeing an owl up there, 3 owls up there. And I feel like I've said that before, that I've never noticed how many owls are in this room. I also never realized how many goldfish are in this room. Interesting. Okay. All right. Oh. And the last few readings, it talked about going through the portal, right? Going through this thing that's being guarded by the shadow. We kind of see that here. I almost feel like someone's about to enter the circus. This is the circus of self, right? This is where we have all the BS things that we're like wrapped up in, and we tell ourselves and that we believe, that we genuinely believe. And it's all being coordinated by this one little shadowy figure in there that's a predominant belief. I want to throw a term out there, and that is theme of consciousness, okay? This belief is tied to a theme of consciousness. Now, what is a theme of consciousness? It is a theme that your soul carries every lifetime. And so it sets up this, it is essentially the devil of the tarot card. Now, the devil in the tarot card typically generically means our karma or the things that we're bound to, but when we really get to the meat and bones of it, there's just one, right? There's this one thing that has kind of like caused all these other things around it, the circus, right? And it's very hard to find the ringmaster behind that. There's a belief here that we're starting to get the scent of. We're starting to understand and identify. We might be getting little glimpses of it, and it's taking us off this trail. And then we get a little glimpse of it, and it's taking off this trail. But we're getting closer. And as we get closer, don't be surprised if you experience more resistance, right? The subconscious is extremely powerful, and it does not like to change. So it's almost like this card is telling me to go in a back way somehow. I don't know if this is in our dreams. It might be in a meditation. It might be in a particular hypnosis. But it's almost like coming to that portal that we talked about in the last few readings. I will link the last reading at the end of this one. And rather than just jumping through the other side, you have to play the game. You have to play the game. It's like I can't directly look at it. If I directly look at it, it will fade away. Interesting. The prayer flags are standing out to me here. Okay, we'll see why. We have the 8 of materials, we have the Queen of materials, and we have the 4 of emotions. Now, 2 of these cards came out in the members message, so if you're a channel member, definitely check that out. The ladies picked the cards, and they do a great job at that. We have the 8 of materials, so again, it's kind of like the ringmaster that's running the show, right? They've got all the things that they're juggling, but what this ringmaster actually does is it manifests. Someone is also working on this quite a bit. Now notice both of these cards here, they have this crown of the head kind of activated, right? With hers it's this unfolding rose, with hers it's this beam of light. And then these prayer flags, it's almost like rather than going in with your big guns to try and tackle this thing, whether it's, you know, through the use of affirmations and overnight affirmations, which is what I always really wind up doing to try to reprogram my beliefs. Journaling and overnight affirmations are very successful for me. It's like whatever it is that you normally do, you have to do something a little different, right? There's something about faith coming in this, something about our beliefs coming in it. It's almost like to counter this belief, we actually have to counter it with an opposite energy. So rewiring it with a new belief, right? Or giving it love. So you're going to have to discern what it is for you, right? Or you pray for that aspect of yourself. There's something here about doing things in a very different way than how you normally do it. And you're going to have to figure out what that is. I think it's very important that the hair here is green and magenta, right? The heart space and our authenticity, our eccentricity. I almost want to say there's something about others that are coming into this for some of you, particularly other people who may resonate with owl spirit. And it's just going to be a small portion of you. It's almost like a backdoor thing, like, oh, you were expecting me to come after you. Oh, well, someone else came after you instead, right? So maybe this is going to like a shamanic healer, or going to, you know, a hypnotist, or going to a therapist on this one. Here we have the Queen of Materials. Now notice that she's poking through that portal, right? She's poking through that portal. Those flowers are well blossomed on her head. And this is where she kind of says, hey, peekaboo, got you. And I'm being very drawn to the earrings that are dangling off of her ears. They look like the Wheel of Fortune. And our subtle senses are going to have a huge role in this. And our attention to our subtle senses and how the flavor of things begins to change. This is the evidence that whatever this ringmaster is, the energy is getting taken away from it, right? The whole point of this, with the Five of Materials going to this last card I'm pulling from this deck, which is the Four of Emotions, and this is not like a traditional tarot meaning, is that this sort of ringmaster who is causing this suffering, this abandonment, this isolation, this anger, whatever the case is for you individually, it is taking us to a space where we're coming up with new ways of doing things in order to allow ourselves to really let this part of ourselves feel comfortable enough to expose itself. And then that's when we get to say, aha, I found you. And what that looks like is this, right? The Four of Cups. This person is the focus point of this, right? Typically, they're looking down at these cups. They're not really happy with the cups that they have. They're kind of like, oh, woe is me. And what they don't realize is that they are the fourth cup. Whoever this message is for, when you get to the core of whatever this belief is, there's a lack behind it, right? And lack can look like many things. It can be poverty. It can be violation. It can be, you know, whatever the theme has been for ourselves for lifetimes. And so if you do remember your past lives, this is going to be very important for you. Whatever that theme is, displacement, being marooned here, right? Whatever the case is, the cup that you've always been looking for, that lack inside of you that the ringmaster has not wanted you to see, is that you are the fourth cup. Right? You are the cup. When we get to the core of this and what it is and what it looks like, right? And we kind of challenge it in a new way. Do you do that through war? If you're somebody that's just used to giving everything love. If you're somebody that is used to warring things because you've got a warrior energy, do you give it love, right? Do you have someone else kind of come in and help you? You'll know if that's the case because you'll have been inspired recently to do so, or you'll have people around you that are being inspired to help in some way, or being given signs that this might be some sort of work that they need to do for you. Pay attention to your dreams, right? There's something here that is at the very root of our essence. And the thing is that Devil card at its core is our power, right? It is our power. The reason why we're hidden from that power is the karma that we each embody. It's the function. It's to keep us from that true nature, right? The search to get through that is the test of our godhood, of our conscious creator self. We see this here when we become the cup. the fourth cup. We recognize the greatness of our own being, and that at the center of this disharmony was always the singularity, that singular point, that divine spark that creates all of it. There's one thing that someone is about to discover that is in charge of creating all of it, and once they can pass through that one thing, everything changes. Let's see. The Ringmaster. For some of you, this is going to require an understanding of surrendering, right? Truly surrendering. Surrendering to life, surrendering to yourself, surrendering to the things that you can't control, surrendering to the fact that maybe if you can't control things, things are still working out for you, for your benefit, right? Surrendering to the flow. Again, I think I started off this reading by saying someone here is learning how to go with the flow. And the last card that's coming out here is Heal. Okay, one more card they're saying, so we'll do this. Revisit. Oh, that's giving me all the chills, because that actually ties back to something that I was told for myself. Let's see. So for some of you, there is an important to revisit a childhood home. I'm just saying that because there's a home here. There may be importance to revisiting a particular time in your life. There may be importance to revisit a particular person from your life, right? Not to get wrapped up in it, not to involve it. It's almost as though part of this energy needs to be returned, right? For some of you, this isn't going to be possible. And so it's good to sit down and just, spend some quiet time focusing on the other energy, whatever energy it is that this first came with, and allowing it to return, right? But there's something here about revisiting something in order to surrender and to heal. Whatever this is, it feels a little bit to me, as I'm like sifting through all this energy, that it has given us this sort of hidden battle side, right, where we have to reject and deny that these situations are happening. So we have anxiety because we don't want to really believe that these things are happening, and we're not happy with it, and so we bottle up, right? For some of you, it may be that protective mechanism that we put up when people try to come in too close. For others of you, it might be, it's resistance. That's just what I keep getting through this entire reading. It's a process of resistance. And the universe and energy, it's about flow, right? Our resistance is the very thing that is karma, right? Our resistance to ourself, our resistance to others, our resistance to the giving and to the receiving. It's inside of our heart. It's inside of our heart space. These issues that we have with ourself that keep the heart stuck. This is one of the reasons why in Kemet, right? Ma'at, scales, heart, lighter than the feather or not, right? What are the lessons we have to learn next? If your heart is lighter than the feather, then you get to graduate, you get to go. If it's not, then you get recycled into the underworld, right? This is a deep mystery that has found all across many, many cultures. It's about your heart space. And that's why this heart space and this authenticity are so important to this reading. What is it that we still have to learn about surrendering, about putting down the sword and going with the flow of the universe to understand that we're one with it, not at war with it. This is what we seem to have to heal, but we're about to get to the initial belief that started all of it. So whoever this message is for, this is pretty powerful stuff. And again, I saw some big-ass birds flying around outside. Those were definitely very large, very well-fed crows out there. Not ravens, they were definitely crows. Again, crows have been showing up over here for a little while for these readings. So, and I'm being told to take the top card off the crow deck. Okay, so I have to do that. I thought we were wrapping up community. Okay, so again, there's something here that's passed away, and in order to really heal ourself and this collective, we have to go deep down into the roots. For some of you, community is going to be people within your community somewhere are going to have a hand in how you get to this belief. If you're surrounded by other people who have similar experiences, you may have somebody come towards you and say something about all of this. But in reality, what's happening here is the strengthening of those roots so that that tree can grow higher. There is a lot of, it just, honestly for me, this kind of symbolizes for me as the reader that this is something that's happening kind of in a mass scale within the spiritual community right now. So And if you are a member, you'll remember I mentioned poppies inside of your reading if you want to go watch that. So whoever this message is for, yeah, big stuff, big stuff. Feel free to like this video if it resonated for you. Feel free to leave me a comment, and until next time.